We're at the Claremont Village in Claremont, California, and I'm going to share with you what it's like to live out here. Before my son Rocky was born, we used to come out here and enjoy all the restaurants, bars, taverns, pubs, whatever you want to call it. And now that he's 3, and since he's been born, we spend most of our time in other locations like Wasty Park, the San Dimas Wilderness Park, which is pretty cool. You guys should check that out if you're around here. They have it's like a free open air zoo. There's snakes and birds and owls, so you should check that out. So where is this located? Claremont, California, right off of the 10 freeway and Indian Hill. This place is mostly known for its for the colleges, the 5 colleges that are here, that are close by. And I'm going to take a quick walking tour so you can just see everything that's going on. The biggest draw to the village is all the mom and pop shops that exist out here. You have craft stores, you have restaurants, bars, not many big corporate chains. There's one on like Foothill, there's a Starbucks. It's actually right behind me. There's some Wells Fargos and stuff like that, but for the most part, you have these record shops and thrift stores and things like that. It's a Thursday morning, so it's not lunchtime yet, but this little restaurant behind me is always popping, especially during the school year, because like I said, this is a college town. This is a college town, so you're going to have a lot of parents and students running around. Just today I saw they were doing their walking tours. They probably do it like every few weeks or something. Okay, so I'm just going to stay on the shady side because it's 101 degrees. All right, so how much does it really cost to live out here? The average house, it's like $1 million for just like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1950. These homes are really well kept. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. I'm not talking about big mansions. Like $1 million to live around here. And not even walking distance. The closer you get to the village, the more expensive it absolutely gets. We're talking about 20% more if you're actually walking distance, 30% more. $1.5 million for a regular house. And why is that? So Claremont Village, Claremont, it's a college town. There's 5 major colleges that are part of it, across the street from the village itself. There's 5 pretty good colleges in this town. So what does that mean? That means you have a lot of young 20-year-olds running around. You have their parents running around, but there is no like frat row at all. There's barely any fraternities, sororities, and things like that. So you're not going to have those type of parties. I would say this is one of the few walking neighborhoods that exist here in Southern California, where you actually can live close by, walk out of your house, walk down to the cafe, have yourself a coffee, enjoy the weather. Not so much today because we're in a heat dome and it's going to be like 110 degrees out here. But in the winter, man, it's nice, like 70 degrees. Can't go wrong with that. So why would someone move out here? Well, you got this little, you have this downtown area. They call it the Village. You have the great schools of Claremont. Public schools are great. There's some private schools that are top-notch. You're in the edge of LA County, so you're still in LA County, if that's a big deal to you. I personally live in San Bernardino County, which is like 10 minutes away. So they nickname this town Trees and PhDs, Trees and Degrees. And it's mainly because there's a bunch of colleges and grad schools and a bunch of tree-lined streets all over the place, which is really awesome. I mean, this shade, super important, especially around this time of year. So, something you should know if you do live or work down here. 5 o'clock, you want to jump on the 10 freeway, go somewhere, tons of traffic. Getting off 9 a.m., same deal. But that's just the only little intersection that you're going to have issues with. Other than that, stop and go, stop signs, whatever. Your basic, little downtown area. One of the biggest traits that you're going to find out here is that in the city of Claremont, there are absolutely no drive-thrus. No fast food, McDonald's drive-thrus, Burger Kings. If anyone still goes to Burger Kings, I don't even know. None of that. Now, across the street from Claremont is Pomona and Upland. So that's, you're gonna get your Bakers and all your other drive-through stuff. So if you really want drive-through, it's gonna take you like a 5-minute drive to get to it. But in the actual city border, they don't allow it. They don't allow any drive-throughs. Still have your Starbucks and stuff, you know, those type of restaurants. So maybe it's a little bit inconvenience, but it keeps that like small town charm that they're trying to preserve. And it works because people pay a premium to be out here. Obviously more expensive than the surrounding towns to be closer to the village. Everyone knows it as a village, and if they say, hey, you want to live by the village, yeah, everyone's going to say, yeah, why not? Why not? It's great. There's a bunch of restaurants and cafes that you know, have your artisan bread and stuff like that. There's a little bread shop my wife goes to, and she buys bread from there, and it's really delicious when, you know, she's around here. She used to work at Pomona College. That's where she graduated from, and yeah, she enjoys that bread. Another thing you're going to probably notice is the landscaping. A lot of desert-scape, drought-tolerant landscaping that you're going to find out here. Main reason is, well, I do that in my house too, but the main reason is they have these watering laws. You can only water your lawn for 8 minutes a day, 2 days a week. So we were in a drought a year ago. Drought's probably coming back next year, this year, who knows. So they have a lot of native plants and some, desert plants, and it makes it look like a lot different. You're not going to find a lot of lawns out here because it takes a lot of water to water those green lawns. Instead, they have, let me show you right behind me, they have you know, some native plants which attract bees and hummingbirds, and you know, that's what grows out here with the amount of water that is naturally given. So they that's how they handle that. So yeah, so you're not gonna find a lot of lawns. So you will have, like, you know, these artificial turf lawns, which pretty cool, you know. The only thing is you need to know about that is that with the summer heat, those things get really hot because they're plastic. And if you have some dogs, obviously dogs don't wear shoes, so you're gonna wanna water those, cool them down, and after about a minute or so, then the dogs and the kids can play on those artificial turf. But when it's like 110 degrees, which is gonna be today and tomorrow, yeah, those things get really hot, those turfs, so just be careful about that. Other than that, you're gonna just really find some really nice desert landscape. I think more people should do it, get rid of these lawns. Why do they even exist? You know, whatever. Although I do have a small patch, 4 of my dogs can go and, you know, use the bathrooms. I'm talking about like 20 by 30, like 600 square feet. Nothing too big. Well, my dogs are small too. They don't have to run around. They're like 10-pound Chihuahua mixes that we rescued. They don't really do a lot of running. And so that's the village. You have towns, shops, colleges, college kids. You have some nightlife. You'll have a good time out here. Some good food. They have these, they block off these streets for some festivals and farmers market. So you'll have those type of activities out here. And if you want to check out one of the newest communities that are being built right up the street, check out this video. You'll be able to see these new homes that are being built. One of the few new ones. Everything else out here is like from the 1950s. All right, see you guys later.